loving on some Murdoch. No, they love some Murdoch. All our fans loving some Murdoch, but they don't like Jay. Weak.
Now back to Brett Favre's illegitimate brother, and I think one of the characters from the Wolf of Wall Street movie?
I also gamble like a degenerate. I drink like a fish. I have 3 different federal agencies looking to indict me.
Now back to ADD Sports on the BS Radio Network.
Hour 2. I think we're going to be here all day.
I get a kick out of you.
So we got college down. Let's get into the league that matters.
We've got a guest.
We got a guest. Junior. Humble Junior.
Talk about awkward. Everybody in the room has had a girlfriend. Everybody in the room has had a girlfriend. Well,
I'm not sure where you're going with
almost
this.
everyone. And then you don't have that girlfriend anymore. And you have somebody else in your life. And then that's somebody else in your life. And you go into a Target or through a Busch Gardens and you bump into your once upon a time while your new girlfriend is with you. Today, I have my biological son.
Oh, okay. I was like, where is this going?
With me.
I legitimately had no idea.
This is #Lord. I called him Pork Lord.
Pork Lord?
Kid. Pork Lord. Because he weighed 700 pounds.
It's crazy because how old are you now, Ed?
20.
20. So I basically met him when he was like 10.
Yeah.
And he's a different kid. Different kid. Like, and I know you're a man now, but I mean, like, you look like a different, it's absolutely insane.
People get old, you blink. We were talking about, we took a trip with work, a retreat on a cruise. So we went last week to the Bahamas again. And we, humble brag.
This guy, yeah.
It's casual. You know, I
just
had
at
to
the
go
Bahamas
to work.
just hanging out.
I didn't want to go.
Had to.
And
a week earlier, had to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I went to North Carolina. Thanks to the short-term
I love how
investments.
I didn't even want to go to the Bahamas.
That's not my thing. I'm not.
We delayed the start of the show a week because you had to go to the Bahamas.
I'm not a cruise guy, but they love a cruise. Anyway, we go to the cruise, and one of the fellows I work with, you remember when my biological was here? And he's like, yeah, he shared a room with me. I was like, oh, you do remember that? And he's like, yeah. And so I show him a picture of my biological. I was like, look at this. And he's like, no.
My biological Ed.
Because my biological didn't bother. That was a Shaq song, because my biological didn't bother. I show him a picture, and he's like, oh, my God, who's this person? And where's the little Fatty McFattigan that used to... He was like, you remember those little, those things you used to fill up with air? They're like Godzilla, maybe it's 4 feet tall, and it would weeble wobbles.
But they don't fall down, yeah.
You'd punch them, and they'd go down, and they'd come back up. That was Ed, but legit. He thought he was... That's because he's my son. He's like, dude, I look great. I was like, no. Yeah, you look great, man. For someone that is going to hibernate, I mean... You look fantastic. Now the guy can like see his veins in his body. And how much weight have you lost collectively from your biggest to where you are now?
Biggest where I'm at now, just under 120 pounds.
That's wild.
That's what I did.
No,
Now,
you
remember
sure did.
Yeah.
in the first part, we were talking about you and your dad, and is this your dad? He looks more like your dad than you do.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, he does. He does. He does.
Well, you're doomed.
Especially mannerisms.
I'm cooked.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a product of your environment, so you're going to get around.
He's young. He's
that
got
you
many
grew up
years
with.
to yo-yo on his weight.
I spend all the time with you, Bean, and then I'm going to start acting like you. With my legit son, if I spend time with him all the time, you'll just, you adopt in other people's mannerisms in the way that...
Bean Jr. was looking through pictures and saw when we all went to the baseball game like 10 years ago. And
that was rad.
It's crazy how
I still have his, that one-of-one autoed DBZ when everybody was...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's one of my prized possessions. Sorry, biological. That was... And so what is really awkward here...
Biological, I can't get over.
So biological... So Bio comes in here today, and he's like, yo, I want to do the show with you. we talked last night. Hey, you're right across the street. Why don't you you pop in? And he'll come in on occasion anyway. Add a little fresh blood to it. And I was like, awkward. Because my legit son is behind me right now, working the 1s and 2s. I've called him my legit son like ever since I've known him.
Yeah.
He's been my legit son. When biological was younger, I don't know how you felt about me calling him my legit son. Here he is like 14, like, dude, come on, Dad.
No, there were some awkward times at your house where I remember. I remember.
He wasn't as mature as he was now. So to hear your dad loving on some of the kids, calling him your legit son, you're like, come on, man.
Who is this?
I'm right here. What was that like?
Oh man, back
Did
when
you
I
know
didn't
it
have-
was a work? Did you know that it was?
it
He
was,
keeps looking at him too. Like,
Dang, dude, this is like a Tarantino movie. Shit's about to
Gonna
go
get-
down.
gonna get real.
when you were younger, did you ever have like an action figure that you had when you were younger and you really enjoyed having that action figure, playing around with it?
Okay.
And then Christmas comes around and you get a new action figure and you're like, okay, let me go spend time with the new action figure. And you're like, oh, let me forget about the old action
oh, it's the
figure.
Woody and Buzz
The Woody
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, dang, man.
So Bio got thrown to the side.
So he's
So you got
Woody,
Woody.
and then he's Buzz over
no,
there.
he's Woody now. That's
Yeah,
his name.
That's
So 10 years later, now I'm here. Now I'm ready to be on my
now
own
you
side.
see, and you do sports, and Superbad doesn't really care for sports.
And
so
legit son can do Pokemon with me. He cuts promos and he can talk about that. And I'll take legit son and his picks and my picks against any of you two son bitches picks collectively. And that's real. You in for that legit?
he's like, ugh.
Yeah, he is. Oh, this room. So yeah, that was something, huh?
So
That was
should
something.
we bring Ed into the division and conference picks and everything that
For
we're
sure.
doing?
For sure. Let's talk about those.
Let's get right into it. So football season starts this week. We're trying to schedule this so we do this twice a week. It was the plan, up from once a week when we used to do this, because I want to get some pre-weekend Thursday preview stuff in depth, because you're good at that. Plus, you're good at the whole gambling aspect.
Short-term investing.
I mean, excuse me.
I forgive you.
Short-term
Allegedly.
investing. I also want to. I'm not sure how much time Ed has, but I want to get into the fantasy stuff too, because I got something in a bag over here.
He's got 15 more minutes. So.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I work right across the street. I'll be fine.
Okay. All right. It's walking distance.
Yeah, he's selling weight loss supplements. He's turned into a dealer, but that's on the next. That's the
That's a
next
different
show.
thing.
Hey, that's next season, guys.
We could do this forever. I mean, we have plenty to talk about. But go ahead and lead the show.
So let's start. No, you're good. Let's start. Man, there's so much news that happened too this week. I want to get into the Micah stuff, or Michael if you're Jerry Jones, because he called him Michael 106 times at that press conference.
The best move for the organization.
For the Packers.
Yeah, no kidding.
But Jerry's trying to say it was their best move.
Jerry could have had him last year $10 million cheaper.
He's an idiot. He's the reason that the Cowboys haven't won a playoff game. And
Absolutely.
He's a
100%,
billionaire, and it's
100%.
narcissism, man.
Yeah.
The guy's going to do what he wants to do. Cut his nose off to spite his
I
face.
hate the looking directly at the camera at the press conferences though, and lying right
He
through
is
his
in modern
teeth.
day Al Davis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
That's a pretty
100%.
good comparison.
What do you think about the Micah move, Bio, or Woody?
Gotta love it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, I'm so glad to not
I'm
see that
so
dude twice
happy.
a
Not
year.
in your division anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't have to see
Somebody
him
else
coming
is
off the
wrong.
edge. That's big
He's
win.
I mean, he's
The
an
Packers'
animal.
odds halved for the Super Bowl.
Of course, they've moved.
I didn't pay attention.
They moved. The needle moved a lot.
A lot.
That's a
Dallas
big deal.
fell like a brick in the ocean, and
He's an MVP candidate every year when he's healthy.
26.
Packers D is already
How do you-
solid.
How do you get rid of a 26-year-old who's already? I don't. That's
Listen, Green Bay won that by a mile.
oh god, yeah.
Without a doubt. They
two first-round
fleeced
picks
them.
that aren't going to be into the 20s. That's the.
Exactly.
For 2 first-rounders that are mid picks anyway. I mean, they're still good, but they're not.
They're
a
not
top
going to find.
5
They're not
pick.
going to find him in those 2 first round. Not guaranteed.
No.
That's
No.
You take that all at
They
20.
did the right due diligence when they drafted him. He's a problem. Micah's a problem.
And they paid him without
Redskin
blinking.
fan. We saw him
Oh,
twice
yeah.
a year. It's a problem. That changes your whole. He's a problem.
Dallas's
You know,
You have to
efficiency.
scheme against him every week.
every
Yeah.
week you have to know where he is. Every
And then
week.
if you miss him for a play, you know where he is when the whistle
He's gonna
blows.
eat you.
Exactly.
Yep.
I was reading his efficiency, Dallas's defense efficiency when he was on field. They were number one in the NFL the last 3 years on defense. When he's off the field, they were dead last.
Figure that out.
Let's get rid of him.
Yeah, because I'm Jerry Jones, and no one tells me Vince McMahon, Al Davis. No, they're just going to do it on out of spite because I can.
Well, it's one thing to do it out of spite. It's another to then now say that, have the balls to have a press conference and say your team's better from addition by subtract.
Yeah.
Like, you're out of your mind.
What are you doing?
Damage control. I mean, he's just
I
trying
know,
to say that.
but and he doubled down and he said he'll still won't deal with agents for his players, and because he wants to handle the negotiations himself. That's who would want to play for Dallas.
Well,
They're going to be the Browns soon.
I will say this from a fantasy side, because we tie in a lot to the sports that we talk about. In fantasy, I'm in love with Dak Prescott.
If he can stay healthy.
If
He's low-key like Tua.
health
He
being
can't
what it
stay
is,
healthy.
I get Ferguson, I get
Turd
everything out of the
Ferguson.
backfield, I get George Pickens, and I get CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
And I got Dak, who's a top 4 quarterback in yards and touchdowns when he's healthy.
Yep.
And he didn't have George Pickens. So, and they're going to be down by 30 points every week because they're hot garbage and there's no defense. They can't spell defense. So they're going to need to run. They're going to need to throw the ball. Dak is quarterback number like 15 or 20. I mean, he's deep. It's super deep.
Yeah.
But you got to take your stones out of your mom's purse and put them on the table. If you're going to make a bet and be right about it and then say #humble when you're right, you got to make the claim. Dak Prescott this year, for the value, man, I'll take that. And Jared Goff being worse than we're going to talk
Yeah,
about.
I'm not.
rankings.
Yeah, we got to get into that later because I don't understand the hate after. I mean, I know they lost their offensive coordinator and everything, but
There's value to that too.
but
Come on, man.
well, let's start with the NFC East.
Yeah, the standings. NFC
Let's
East.
go there. So how does that finish? Let's go around the room.
What about you, Mark? You have it.
Who wins the East?
The NFC East is.
Is it
you've got
automatically Philly?
Washington, Dallas, Philly, and the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Another super quiet, super humble, long shot bet. Here's a scenario. Russ is 73 years old.
You're out of your mind. I already know where you're going with this,
No,
but
Russ-
you're out of your mind.
Oh, Russ can cook.
He's good for 3 good throws a game.
If he gets hurt, there's a
Well,
scenario.
then we got
There's a multiverse. No, you don't. No,
Don't
you
do
don't.
it.
No, you don't.
Don't do it.
Oh, he gets hurt. You got the lobster thief back there.
that's what
No,
Don't do
no.
it.
I'm gonna disagree with the room. So,
But I think
no.
I think-
Dart will get in quick.
Dart.
That's
to win Rookie of the Year.
Whoa.
No, if you want a bold claim,
Let's
here
hear it.
is.
Okay.
If Russ gets hurt, they will give that ball to Jackson. Jackson is super
He looked
hot.
good- he looked good in preseason.
He looks the part.
He did.
Doesn't look like he's scared or intimidated. He's a rookie, but he runs down the field. And in college, he had Kiffin as his coach. He runs and runs and runs, throws and throws and throws. The guy is high octane.
yeah.
In the preseason, being what it is, he looked the part. He ran down the field. It was always 13 for 16, 2 touchdowns every game. It's against people that are selling used cars and car washes in a week.
Right.
But with that being said, if he can get that job, I think that he wins Rookie of the Year ahead of Genti, ahead of
Cam?
ahead of Mbuke, who, stay off my picks, is going to be a super hot commodity in Tampa. Jackson Dart is deep, and I think he's 25-1. He is an immediate favorite if something
Here's the
happens to
problem
Russ.
there: the coaching staff. How they haven't got rid of Brian Daboll and all of them after how bad they've been for as long as they've been, and I know they put all that on Daniel Jones, but that coaching staff is abysmal.
I think it's Philly again this year.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think there's much debate there unless they have
Well-
some kind of epic meltdown.
Because you love to troll me because we're not friends, and every week, Woody, he sends me texts. Oh man, Washington looks good. Oh, Daniels looks
I'm
good.
not trolling.
Because let's say, heaven forbid, I did that to him every day for a decade.
You did do that every day to me for a
You would
decade.
you would have an agenda. If you're
You
the
would make it a
abused
mission.
little brother in the relationship, in the family, and then your older brother gets a busted leg, and then you get to take advantage of him. He's taking full advantage of that now. He's like,
You have to. It's the only way.
Yeah, so he's doing it.
Yeah.
Under the guise of, I'm not doing it. Walking to church with his bulletin and his Bible. He's not going to Bible study. No, man, you're going to go play Dungeons and Humbles. You're trying to hurt me.
Humbles and Dragons.
I'm taking your team to win the division.
I'd like to.
Wow. Okay. I think Washington's
the hard
second.
part is all that film. But still, even at the end of the year last year, your boy was managing that team like a veteran.
He does look good.
No, he
doesn't
looks he looks good. He looked good preseason.
But again,
he was.
there was a whole offseason of film that every team has now broke down. But out of them all, I think he's the one that can really progress the best.
Yeah, I got Philly, Washington, the Giants, and then the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys bring it up the rear, especially after that trade. I could see a scenario where they only win 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I flip-flopped. I flipped a coin with you on the back end of that with the Giants and Dallas. I think the Giants could be
I don't think they're going to
okay.
be good, but I think they're going to be better than Dallas this year.
Skeetabo, they get this kid from Arizona State, this white kid who's like Jason Williams. He's confused culturally. I can watch what I say.
His nickname used to be White Chocolate, so I mean, you're all right.
Is that his name?
No, from Jason Williams. From
Jay Will is White Chocolate.
Yeah.
He was confused. He's still confused.
yeah,
Have you seen him on some of the podcasts?
Yeah, man. He said he brought his old man, so his old man comes to a game to watch him play. And he's walking back to the dorm, and he's white. The team's not. And he doesn't know that he's white. And the players, once they recognize his game, don't treat him like he's white. They just treat him like a ball player.
Right.
So figure it out for yourself. So the old man's walking with him, and they start hollering at him, and the dad's like, I think they're talking to you. And he's like, yeah, Pops, let's keep going.
just ignore it.
He just said that the other day. He was like, man, my dad came in to see me. So what do you think, Woody? What is your NFC East? I know that you got somewhere you got to go in a bit. So tell me what you think.
Well, I mean, as much as it pains me to say it, Philly's stacked. They got A.J. Brown, Saquon, and their defense is pretty good. But I think Philly probably wins the division. And then I would say Washington, kind of like last year's end of the year, kind of gets pretty close, but loses to Philly again. That's my guess. And then I got to go Giants over Dallas because, I mean, even though Dallas has George Pickens now, I think they're just going to be playing from behind every single game.
Yep.
And then probably, lose in the fourth quarter, trying to make a comeback, can't do it, whatever. And then the Giants, they got Tyrone Tracy and they got Malik Neighbors and Scatabo now, and they have
Malik's got skills.
yeah.
Malik's the truth.
Yeah.
He's a target whore. And he gets
Almost kind of like a Randy Moss catches, too.
the ball. He gets 13 balls thrown to him every game. He had 120 catches last year. He catches everything. Came from LSU. Everybody that catches a ball over there turns into a Hall of Famer. How did Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors? Here it is. And
Exactly.
It's ball.
Yeah.
And he catches everything. So he's gonna get all the attention there. Theo Johnson, the tight end, that's a undercover. That's a closet good pick at tight end. Wendell Robinson and Malik. They do have Tracy. Skeetabo's hurt at the beginning of the
It's
year.
going to be a run game. If their run game is good, that's going to be a hard.
Russ
thing.
likes to. You know that.
Yeah,
Russ
and then-
throws that
Russ
moon
throws-
ball.
Yeah, you pair the
How many
moon
times
ball.
can he keep throwing that moon ball though?
That moon
He's
ball.
old.
That's why when Jackson Dart is the starting quarterback in Week 5 and they're stroking, I'm going to say I told you so.
You?
Just be ready.
You're gonna say
no,
that?
come on, I'd never do that. You're right. Thanks for bringing me back to reality.
All right, NFC North. It's actually a good one. I think
This is a good one.
I think before it would be, I don't know. We'll see how much the Lions losing their coordinators affects them. But man, it's going to be hard to bet on Green Bay not winning the division now.
With the addition of Micah,
They're one of the youngest teams in the league.
the defense is good. To your point,
They're
Mark,
good.
The good defense just got way better. Now they got two. That's they're going to be a problem.
I'm gonna go Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears.
Okay, what about you, Woody?
Well, I just got to ask a question. So, Detroit's offense versus Green Bay defense.
Ooh.
Who wins that? I think whoever wins that wins the division, in my opinion. Just because, I mean, Detroit's got so much talent on their
They do.
on their offense.
I think they take a small step backwards.
The loss
Minor.
No, I think it's more than minor. I think he was a big deal. Now he's a coach. But he made that offense run. They were garbage before he got there, and then Ben gets there and establishes the way that it should be done. Now maybe they can use that blueprint to continue to go forward, but he put Jahmyr Gibbs there and Montgomery and Jamison Williams. Those Sam Laporta, to Woody's point, there's legit talent on that side of the ball. But when you're playing against Zaire and Alec, that defense is legit. And how can you throw the ball if Micah is wearing you like a jacket? Then good luck to that, man. Just good luck to that. I have Detroit over Green Bay.
You still think they win the division?
That offense is pretty good. And the defense, they lost 27
Yeah,
starters
they were the most injured team.
So
them and Miami were the most.
I've got to give them, and they get Hutch back. So I'll take Detroit, Green Bay. Watch out for Chicago.
I keep saying that. I hate to say it, but I
don't believe in Caleb.
I never have either, but the talent that they put around him, I wish Justin Fields would have had that talent. Let him have a little bit of a run with that. But
they
Caleb,
definitely
again,
put the
second
offense
year,
around
maybe
him.
he's going to gel a bit better. Shut his mouth also because he runs it a lot.
Well, you're number one pick. You went to USC. You're big man on campus. You can't unprogram that. That doesn't get unwired. You're hashtag humble. You're going to be hashtag humble. And so that dude is that dude. But does he crash out? Does he end up not being any good? Those picks tend not to be. Those first picks
Absolutely.
are Rick Myers. They're the Jeff George. They're leagues full of
names
those.
I haven't heard
Ryan
in a
Leaf.
long time.
Yeah. Stop talking to me, all right? Just knock it off. Ryan Leaf.
I think the Vikings definitely fall from where they were last year. I'm not a fan of JJ.
You gonna tell me what you think, Woody, before you leave? I know you gotta bounce.
I mean, to your point, Chicago definitely I think could make a run, at least maybe like for the wild card. But Detroit.
Give me your thought on Minnesota in parting.
I don't believe in JJ McCarthy.
See, we're in agreement. Look at that.
Oh boy, 3 of us, 4 of us, 3.5 of us. What about Mark? Mark kind of loves JJ.
I think so.
Nah.
I think he's going to be all right there.
Because he has Justin Jefferson
Absolutely.
Thielen's
fair
back.
point.
and Hawkinson. Thielen's back when Addison
he's
comes back
100.
after his thing. The offensive tools there. He just has to throw the ball, which he never did in college. He got to stand behind an NFL quality defense. They ran the ball all the time, and he threw the ball on occasion and was accurate when he did it, but he never had to win the game. He had never had to go win the game. My name's Brian. I'm on top of the world, and I can't believe you would say such a thing about my wonderful Michigan Go Blue. J.J. McCarthy was the best quarterback in the world. I'm raging right now, as you can hear in my voice. Man, J.J. McCarthy can eat it, dude.
I'll agree with you on one thing. Michigan quarterbacks suck other than
Tom. Brian Greasy was all right.
He was all right.
Elvis Gerback was all right.
Okay. I think Greasy had a little bit of a problem.
Well, father like son.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there.
John Riggins' kid isn't sober, allegedly.
All right, NFC South. Woody's out of here. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah, of course.
And now you're Woody. I don't know how that happened. Way to go, Murdoch.
Woody. He's definitely Woody. He's talking about little
He's
action
like, son
figures.
of a bitch. See you, man. So, we got. Are you leaving too? Murdoch's like, see,
I'm good.
done.
I'm out of here. We've done.
Hold on.
I got it.
Got it? Right. Just give it a pull. So we got the NFC South, the worst division, one of the worst divisions in football, in my opinion. You got the Falcons, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Bucks.
There's a lot of attractive things to talk about there, though.
There's not a lot of. I mean,
It's a garage sale.
It's the Bucks are the best, but like.
Did you
on
see the
paper,
schedule though? Did you see the teams that the Bucks got to play? I looked at that last night. It's not easy.
Okay.
I still say it's Tampa's division to blow everybody up. But, the same thing. Does one injury happen there? Baker goes down, that team's done.
Oh God, yeah,
For sure.
yep.
And
Most of the time everybody's favorite player is the backup QB on the team. Not this team.
No,
he did go to Florida.
Not this time.
Trask went to Florida, but that's I don't know that's going to help him throw a football.
No.
Is Trash still there? I thought he.
Yeah, well, that's I believe
Yeah,
he's
I believe
he's still
so.
a backup unless something crazy happened overnight. The team that you can eliminate, I think, is New Orleans. Spencer
Absolutely.
Rattler and
Timo Mahomes?
Telling Moore's. I don't know if he's gonna how good of a coach he's gonna be, and like in general, I don't.
people are screaming to get up. The poor Chris Olave, that guy can run a route. He was really good and is really good. And what does he have thrown to him? I mean, Spencer was good in college, but I'm not a big fan. I don't think they have much to talk about this year. Carolina.
I think losing Thielen's going to – I actually thought that might have been kind of the dark horse. They ended so well last year playing. But losing – I mean, Thielen was like the scapegoat for everything.
He was a safety valve. He caught everything.
Yeah.
And Bryce had to use him for that because,
when he was
God,
hurt,
oh God.
they weren't that great. But when he came back – I'm not saying they were great to begin with, but when Thielen was not in those games – it was a struggle.
Because you had Coker and Leggett, and he's a rookie who likes to eat raccoon. That dude eats raccoon. All he talks about is eating raccoon.
That's
Not because he's a country boy.
yeah, but
No, he's like, oh man, we got us a
Yeah,
coon,
okay.
man.
Yeah,
And he
no.
talks country.
okay. I was worried that.
The guy, of course you were. He's smashing the dump button back there. But he's got value this year, and Coker's there. You got Chupa and Dowdle. I like Bryce. I actually bought some Bryce Young
Okay.
rookie stuff.
He looked better after the benching, like everybody talks about.
We buy low, we sell high. When you want to buy cards are an investment, just like anything else. The Jackson Dart.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel a certain way about something, and you take your money and put it where your mouth is, when you're right about it, you can capitalize on that. You take that to the window.
You might miss 3 or 4, but when the 5th one hits,
man.
you
And
make up for all of those.
that's
others.
right. It's like taking a stock option. You can be wrong on 7 out of the 10, but when you hit the 3, it makes up for all the misses. It's just math again. We've discussed math. The Jackson Dart thing. Bryce Young, I think, is going to really bounce back. They benched him. There was no offense on the team
Yeah,
when he was
benching
there.
him was kind of
And the team was trash around him.
complete trash.
He was trash. They were trash. And he was blow the whistle. Then he comes back in, and he actually
different.
looked.
He was different.
He looked different. He looked the part.
Composed.
Well, it's like he took it over himself. Like, I'll do it myself. He Thanos. He's like,
He did. And then he got with Leggett and Coker, and they looked okay.
Yeah.
Now you give them another year.
so you got them second in the division?
I do not. What I do have them second in is an opportunity to make some money when I buy Bryce Young autograph rookie cards. Because you buy it low in the off season before there's any sexy wind in the sale.
Right.
And then once that wind is in the sale, you sell that sumbitch.
Okay.
You don't get married to it. But Bryce Young, it plays into what we're talking about. There's
Yeah.
a reason why I bought that stuff is because I felt a certain way about an opportunity for him to be better than what he looked like or what the consensus might
I think
be.
the last few years, especially, is the league's gotten too much happy feet. They're like ready to move on from a quarterback before they even have a chance. Like, it used to be like, hey, sometimes it takes 3
5
or 4
years.
years.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was a
now
5
it's
year
like,
playing with a
"It's been
quarterback."
6 games, man.
Anthony Richardson, pound sand, dude.
He barely started at Florida. You know what I mean? Like
He was an athlete. He could run. He could throw real far. He could run real fast. He just was Blake Bortles and couldn't keep the ball inside the hash marks. And hashtags. That's right. It's never about me. It's always
bleeding through your brain.
But they're ready to cut bait with Anthony. You know, if they got an offer for something.
See, but if he goes somewhere with a good coach and a good foundation, there's a chance he might rear his head again.
Absolutely horrible when he was in there, and he did have
his decision making was worse than.
That's the problem.
And then, of course, an injury that just totally screws everything. So who?
But they went with Danny, though. I mean, like that's the choice because they took a 4th pick overall, I think, with a. He's a work in progress. He's raw.
He was too high of a pick.
You can't.
If you would have got him in the 3rd, then it would have been.
You can't start the guy.
Yeah, no.
What do you expect him to do?
And then blame him.
What did you see in college that made you think that he's going to do that?
Yeah,
in the
Gator
pros
right here.
successfully?
I watched him do some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen a
man.
quarterback do.
You cheer and yell and scream for happiness, and then you'd cuss and scream because you're like, what are you?
But
what are you
that's
doing?
what you should know if you're drafting him. I don't understand how they didn't think that was going to be a thing that happened.
Everybody screams and yells at all these Johnny Manziels and stuff like that. They get to go to the crappiest teams with no talent really around them, and then you expect them to do something. I mean, come on.
He had the
Cleveland's
talent
in
there.
my division, and I love seeing them fall on their face over and over.
Draft 100
I mean, I just laugh. And of course, how many coaches have they gone through too? I mean, how do you get a?
That was the issue with Baker. I mean,
smug
other than
over
him
there.
and his Campbell Soup commercials and being big man on campus, when Baker went to Cleveland, boy, I love Baker Mayfield. I mean, I love his personality. I think he has game. I loved him in college. Took him to the window. That guy would win a bet on the weekends.
Something
like anybody
about
else.
him is just. Plus,
He
he's the
has
last team to
intangible.
take the Browns to the playoffs and actually.
So he goes to Cleveland, and they have a new OC, and a new OC, and a new OC, then a new coach, and a new coach, and a new coach.
Decent.
But wouldn't your... I could see how it unraveled on him.
Oh, it reminded me, and you know I was going to get him in the show. It reminded me of Tannehill. Drafted by Miami.
Amen.
Garbage,
There it is.
garbage. Goes to somewhere that's even semi-organized and turns around and wins
Was a
divisions
top 5
and goes
quarterback
to the AFC
every week.
Championship. Yep.
Yeah.
You remember that, right? Because that's your guy.
It's
it hurt?
amazing what a stable.
Why
what a,
can you do that here?
yeah. tell
Mark,
me.
as you know, now you know that Mark is a diehard Dolphins fan and a Steelers guy. So, but he came up with Dan
Oh, I'm a
Marino
huge
and
Dan
Tannehill
Marino's
fan, Mark.
was the man.
The fact that he's not in the league now and there's other backups that look like absolute trash. It
Tannehill
hurts.
left your Dolphins team and was marginal there wearing that jersey.
Looking back now, the fact that they won 7-8 games with him, how bad that roster was. Now you're like, oh, it was him.
Yeah.
That was winning the games.
And then he goes to Tennessee where they're buttoned up and they run it a certain way. And man, he went out there and was efficient. Money. He was better than Mahomes and Allen and all those
That
quarterbacks
2-year
every week.
streak, yeah.
Completion
he had that-
You remember
percentages.
betting on those games when we were taking the prop bets? Mark, we would bet the props, and we would get. I remember that Tanny was like a rushing touchdown, over 150 passing yards, and 2 touchdown passes, and it was like plus 1350. And every week it was right to the window, right to the window, right to the
He
window,
was good for like an 80-yard play action touchdown
right to the window.
almost every
The guy
week.
can run,
Yep.
he could throw, and it was money. And now
He got retired early.
he's having a good time,
sucks.
living his best life. I probably saw him in the Bahamas last week. Humble brag.
We got off. So I'm going to go Tampa, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Tampa, Falcons, Carolina, and Saints.
Watch out for Atlanta.
That's the first game. That's the first game.
I believe in Penix. All this
So
really.
you're doing Tampa, Atlanta?
I am. I agree
Panthers,
with you
Saints?
guys.
Okay.
Tampa, Atlanta, Carolina, New Orleans. I watch a lot of college football.
You do.
I watch a lot. And Penix, he was legit. He went to Washington. He threw to Adunze, Rome, and he had a great team that he played with. You can see something different in him. He's a lefty, and he also has value in himself, but he's not so arrogant where he's a Josh Rosen, where he doesn't talk to the players on his team
There's a name I haven't heard in a.
for good reason.
The
That guy never
Falcons
got
are
the
another
fair shake,
organization,
too.
though, that are,
Kyle Pitts, does he finally get
That's
off
what I was just
the...
going to say. Is Pitts finally going to be the tight end that we all thought he was going to
Penix
be?
threw to him preseason and then looked in the camera and was like, you're going to see a lot more of that this year. He's like, you guys like that, huh? He's like, you're going to see a lot of that this year. Kyle's been he was 4th overall, I think.
I think
Kyle
he was, yeah. Yep.
You don't draft a tight end 4th overall.
Unless you're expecting.
And Pitts played for Florida and was head and shoulders better than the opposition. Even against the high talent in the SEC.
I remember.
It was Kyle Pitts against your best, and I feel bad for you. And he just wore out the defense. He run seams, and he ran like a deer. He looked like Sterling Sharp.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
And a guy could run, Shannon. So he's so. I have him in one of my leagues.
I almost drafted him in our league.
I may regret it, but it's another guy. I bought his stuff preseason, an autographed number to 10 rookie, and an autographed card to 50. And I buy these cards. If I'm right, I'm going to triple. I'm going to quadruple. I'm going to have a 4 or 5X.
And you're getting them.
You're gonna
And you get them cheap, so you get to stack the rest of the team.
A couple of them are ridiculous. Like, you can't even believe that somebody sold it for that.
Yep. So that's that division. Look out for. I'm hoping for Pitts and Drake London and Penix. If you're a short-term investor, I could see some. Next week we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some propositions.
All right.
I think there's definitely some meat left on that bone. Giggity.
Baker Mayfield touchdowns.
Yeah. With no
What
Godwin.
Was that 28? Was that 20? It was over/under was 28 for the year.
Really? That's it?
It was
ridiculously
really
low.
light. Before Godwin was probably not going to play, and before McMillan was doing breakdancing moves. Yeah, 41 or 42, and it went down
He's
to 28.
good for 35.
I think so. And make our bets, right?
Yeah.
So we come here next week with money on the table, and we make our short-term investments. We'll do that before the Thursday. We have to do that before Thursday.
Okay.
What's your next division?
NFC West. So this one should be a little bit interesting.
Also interesting
Is
to me.
Stafford going to be healthy? He's all of a
Question
sudden
one.
inherited Tracy McGrady's peanut butter brittle back. So
He also is. I mean, he's 55 years old.
for an NFL player. But again, man,
I
McVay can coach his
Matt.
ass off.
He always played injured.
He has always.
he was
played
hurt
for
in
the
Detroit.
worst teams in ever.
Went out there and was slinging it with a bad shoulder.
Yeah.
Still making it work. But that's 10 years ago.
It's true.
You blink.
Is he 38 now? 39? Yeah.
He's getting closer to 40 than 35.
He's up there.
But he
I
also
think-
has a lot of talent there.
I think he's got one more run in him.
Okay.
That's definitely. I mean, that's my pick for.
Yeah, I
division.
think they win the division. I think they squeak over San Francisco.
I had to flip a coin, and I went San Fran.
Okay.
I think Brock Purdy's my bust. He's one of my bust picks this year.
Okay.
I
No,
feel he gets no respect.
Brandon Ayuk. I like Brock Purdy. There's the funny part. I like Brock. I mean, I like him as a player. I think, and he's a cool fella. You know, living in an apartment with his buddy while he's making $500,000 a year because he's still waiting to get paid. It's a cool story. The last pick, Mr. Irrelevant, cool story. He went out there and sets records
Yeah.
and just goes out there and balls and balls and balls. He had Deebo Samuel. He had Brandon Ayuk. He had Jawan Jennings.
Little
He
bit
had
of talent over
He
there.
had C-Mac. He had George. And now your lead wideout is Jawan Jennings and stay off my picks. Hashtag humble. Ricky Pearsall, I was a fan of last year. He went to Florida, but he was a possession guy at Florida, and he had hands. So I drafted him, hashtag humble. I drafted him last year in those deep leagues. So when you draft a dude that comes up in strokes and you have him in the 17th round and he ends up being a top 20 pick, right to the window, bruh. So Ricky Pearsall this year, bruh, is going to be, I think, a top 20 wide receiver. It's Brock and Ricky show. George Kittle's going to get huge. If C-Mac can stay healthy, they win that division. If they don't, if he does not stay healthy, I think it is the Rams.
Okay.
And those will be fun games to watch. But Brock's going to be thrown to what? Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall and George Kittle. That's a different team than Deebo Samuels and Brandon Ayuk.
They were injured like crazy last year too. So
I like Brock, but I could see a scenario again in a different. The Jackson Dart gets a chance to start after 4 weeks of an injury. If there's a scenario where Brock gets everybody back and they're healthy, great. but if he's thrown to Jawan Jennings, who had 46 fantasy points in one game last year, and so he was a top 25 wide receiver because he had one game where he scored 46. You take that out, and he's wide receiver 78. That's not great. But Ricky's the man. Ricky Pearsall's a stud. Go buy his cards.
Do it now.
It's already too late because
Murdoch's got them all.
people talked about it too much, I guess. I did buy all of them.
I'm gonna go Seattle 3 and then Arizona 4. I have no faith in the
I agree.
Cardinals.
I think Arizona's going the wrong way.
Yeah, they don't.
It is thin ice there. They need to fix their Marvin Harrison, how do we use him scenario. They have to fix that.
Yeah,
Marvin's a stud. He was also the Kyle Pitts where he was man amongst boys in college, playing against the very best defenses. That guy was a machine. He was a robot. He was a cyborg. He went out there and caught everything that was thrown to him and made everybody look like they just got done a Pop Warner practice. And so how did he fill the bed last year? Because Kyle Murray is not the man, by the way.
yeah, he's not.
Nope. He was drafted by the Athletics as a shortstop. I think 9th pick overall. Should have played baseball.
He still can. Baseball, you can play a little longer than football. Maybe transition over to football or to baseball.
I was never a Murray fan. That's the
He
one guy that
reminds me of a slightly better polished Richardson. He runs around.
He's 5'10". He looks like a
Well-
child running with a bottle in his hand from his mother
That's-
at a park. He got jacked up on the little fruit shoes.
That's funny.
Next week he's going to come walking in that door.
He's gonna be like,
challenging you.
"You big son bitch." All right, come on in, man.
All right, let's go straight up to the AFC West. We got, who do you got? Because this one should be interesting. A lot of people are in on the
I'm
Broncos.
gonna let Mark go first here because it is interesting. Ooh,
A lot of Bronco hype.
time to be
See, and that's what I feel.
time to tell the truth.
I,
Time to tell the truth.
I mean, how do you go against Kansas City? That's the only thing. How do you go against
Yeah,
that?
until they prove
Because
otherwise.
correct.
To be the man, you got to
That's right.
beat the man.
And there's a lot of Rolex wearing people on Kansas
Tell
City.
him, man. Tell him. Cut that Ric Flair promo on him.
There is a lot of Rolex wearers there. I still think the Chiefs will probably still rise to the top with Denver banging on that door.
Would you say that
But
there's an
with that being
opportunity
said-
for a dark
with
horse?
That being said,
is there a bet
I
to
already
be made?
have a bet made.
Okay.
With Denver winning the division.
Okay. Man, the
It's
chance.
confident then. I just can't bring myself to. I still think Kansas City, as much as I don't like Kansas City, I just until they are knocked off, until Mahomes isn't there, until Andy Reid's not there.
I was just going to say, that's another one. They got really, arguably the best coach in the NFL there. You know,
one of the best in history. I mean, seriously, what he's done.
once Belichick was out of there, definitely
It's
Andy
Andy.
Reid is.
Yeah. A short-term investment. If you got an extra $20 that you're never going to see again. Mark, can you look on Hard Rock and see what the odds are
He's like, I already got it open.
for? Yeah, I'm taking Ching Ming Wang against Loof Dolphson in the third set of a critical
Ping pong match.
Wing Wong
Yeah, I got
classic.
$20 in my account right
Oh
now.
boy, how have
See?
you not played that already since we've sat here? What are the odds of the Broncos winning that division? What are the odds?
To win the divisions, plus 275.
Oh, that's sexy. Oh, reunited and it feels so.
I'm gonna go Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
I'm gonna step out on the limb a little bit. I'm gonna take Denver
Wow.
because I like for that number. It's almost 3-1. Here's what I like about it: Denver's defense is better than Kansas City's. Facts. They're a year older. Bo did not look scared.
No, he
Last
looks good,
year-
but is he the truth?
He looked good. He was throwing to Franklin. He was throwing to
You try to talk me
two
out of my
tight
pick.
ends. He was throwing to two tight ends that are teaching, high school football now. And
That position
they
they
were
really
great.
upgraded.
You think? And that's a big reason why I'm leaning on Denver. They went and grabbed Evan Ingram, who had over 100 catches in Jacksonville. when you lead the league at your position and are a top 10 in collective catches at tight end, and that's all you do is catch footballs, now I get to add Sutton, Mims, and Franklin.
I got Mims on my team in our other league.
Yeah, you poached him, you son of a bitch. You got him from me. I was busy. I had senior.
I stole Ollie and Mims.
Yeah, because okay, Mark, you were in the
mine
league.
was auto picked, and I probably still beat both
Yeah,
of you.
you were in a dart tournament. Mark's a professional dart guy, and so was his wife. And that's what they enjoy. They throw
Professional dart guy.
He's a professional dart. What do you call it? Dart
Throwing
thrower?
professional around is probably not the case to be doing that.
Okay.
But
I went with you.
we
I know a
were
guy.
we were very good at one
I
time.
almost said I did this. I know a guy who looks a lot like me
Right.
that took a trip with Mark and his wife to the Cayman Islands for 17 days
Yep.
To throw darts?
to throw
Yes.
darts for what that was called the Caribbean Cup. So the story told to me by the guy who looks a lot like me is he went with some pharmaceuticals and he got hammered drunk and ends up getting like sun poisoning because his skin turned purple because he's so Irish that he gets his mail and he gets sunburned. And he was solicited by a diplomat from Belize.
Oh.
Mark will tell that story. But
I don't know if I can edit it enough.
yeah, remember, we were driving over. I was like, PG-13, bro. And he's like, oh, so we can't talk about the Ching Ming Wang table tennis classic. And I was like, man, let's hope that's a real name. Like, other than that, no, we're okay. We just got to stay away from. We got to walk around that lake. We have to go slow to not spook the trout in the water.
Yeah.
Let's take
Paddle boat, no engines.
no wake zone. So we go to. Well, I mean, so this story is about the Caymans, and we get there. Mark and Kelly are playing on the Florida team, the American team, and Mark is so good. I introduced him and his wife to the sport. I played, and I was like, "Hey, man, let's go throw darts." And he's like, "Cool, that sounds fun." And you fast forward 2 years, and his wife is the top shooter, female shooter in the country,
Damn.
in the U.S. All the men that are about that life are paying her way into tournaments that require a woman on the team, a mixed triples and a mixed,
Right.
right? Sounds like I know what I'm talking about, right, Mark?
Yeah.
And so
Like I
they're,
said, we were good once.
and they were it. So they would take all these trips, and the bounty would pay for the trip. How many trips did you take, Mark, where everything was paid for, comped, everything?
A handful, really. Yeah. Someone's covering it. I mean, other than that, I don't know how really anybody at all
We got-
trusts in today's travel expense. I see how some people do it today, and I don't know how they're doing it, even how good they are, unless somebody's helping financially.
How many women did you see that guy who looked like me? How many different women did you see with him on that 17-day trip?
5 at least.
Come on.
At least 5.
That is arrogant. And then you said you went the year after to the next Caribbean Cup, and there was a child being.
Yes, from the one that said that allegedly you are you make me so hungry. I just want to eat you.
Okay.
And then we they practice cannibalism in Belize.
Belize was the last country to, and so I hear the story as Mark is telling it. That she says, I just want to eat you. I just want to eat. She rolled up on the guy that looked like me. She rolls up on dude and was like, yo, I heard you're about that. So what's up? In busted English, a brick through a window English. And the dude's like, bet, man, you look amazing. And she's like, you look amazing. So can we please? And like, yeah, man, that sounds great. What about your husband? No, he'll just watch. It's like, okay.
And he is like some figure.
He walked
their
around
government.
and was soliciting his wife to. He's a
Oh.
diplomat,
Yeah.
so he was a diplomat
No
in the
joke.
country.
Diplomatic
It was-
immunity.
It was wild. Anyway, so I guess what you should take away from this story, other than I'm a horrible person for telling it, I almost
Yeah.
said all myself, was that don't go throw darts with Mark because
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
the national military crashed the convention center, rushed in, guns drawn, looking for the dope that was purchased So this huge convention center has how many boards? 20 boards.
Yeah.
All these different countries, Belize, Trinidad, Turks and Caicos, BVI, all these playing at the same time. And then here comes the...
And the reason why they busted in, because obviously, you're there that long, and a lot of people do partake in extracurricular activities. The people they buy it from were on the government and on the Cayman team themselves. So they just ratted themselves out.
Testify, yo. So the dude that looks like me is sitting in the back of the building. Things get bum rushed, and the guy is sitting next to a fellow who leans in and says, I think you should go back to the room and flush that stuff. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we go do that.
That's a story I've never heard, and I've heard a lot of stories from you.
There's
And that's,
more than
edited.
that. Yeah.
So who was how'd your AFC West go?
Yeah, so my AFC West is Denver.
On a tangent.
It is. Well, that's ADHD sports, baby. Bo Nix has a lot to play with now. That defense is legit. Side note, Denver gives Cam Ward the business week 1.
Okay.
Cam's going to Denver in week 1. I don't believe in laying the number. I don't believe that we talked about first week, second week. Wait a minute, man. Realize let teams actually get to understand what they're doing collectively, and then once that's established, you can make your
Telling
bets.
you, players that travel to Denver with the air quality struggle.
He's a rookie.
And he's going to be nervous, running around.
It's going to be bad.
He's going to be on the bench sucking oxygen.
Denver, KC, Chargers, and then the
Okay.
Raiders.
So our bottom two are the same. Okay.
KC, I think they were humbled, pun intended. They win. All they do is win. It's a well-tuned machine.
Yeah, they got blown out in the Super Bowl because they already thought they won the Super
weren't
Bowl before the
efficient.
game started.
Offensively, they were not efficient during the year. Pat did not have a Pat year.
No, he did not.
Travis didn't have a Travis year.
He was a little
Success,
preoccupied.
yeah, he's preoccupied. He's dating one of the hottest girls in the world and most popular musicians that ever lived. And I think that now that he's got a ring on it, I think that cools it down. They were at the Cincinnati game that I watched the other night. Since he was playing, they played in Kansas City. Since he was supposed to be the home team, and but they played in Kansas. And Pat was there, Travis was there, she was there, and they got it out of the way. So now Travis can get back to be. Kelsey was a
He's supposed to be his
stud.
last year, allegedly, so...
His brother's making $10 million
I know.
to do a podcast.
Yeah.
How much
He's-
are we making?
That was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, your check was already.
Oh, you
sent
just
out.
missed the pay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right. The pace. It's usually from like Sundays to Saturday. We'll we'll deal with that.
Just
later.
missed it. All right, AFC South, one of the other worst divisions in football.
I struggled with this.
Yeah.
Another. If not now, when? Trevor Lawrence.
I think I don't
If
think
not
he's got
now,
it.
when?
Yeah.
I think any one of them can win.
I think
In
you're
a
right.
way. Seriously.
I did write Houston, but they lost Joe Mixon, so now they got Nick Chubb,
I still think Houston. I would pick Houston.
Damon
still.
Pierce.
I'm going Houston.
The defense is good. I also have Houston at 1. I can say
But
that
I can see any of them really winning. Any of them.
Yeah. The second,
Indy, Tennessee.
I'm going to go Colts second, just because what they did last year, having no talent, they still won 9 games.
All right. Do you think Danny Dimes goes the way of Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, where he gets to come back from the
I'd
dead?
like to say that, but some of
Did he get to learn something?
He made some terrible not just like, oh, he struggled because of this or that. He would do things that just made your head explode if you were a Giants fan.
I watch a lot of college football, and he was an ACC guy. I'm wearing an NC State shirt, so I got to watch him anyway a lot during his college career. He had a polished career. Guy can throw football,
What happened?
and he can run, and he can throw.
Well, a little bit. One of my favorite highlights
The
of all
turf
time
monster?
is where where the field trips him. He's like wide open for a touchdown and then just falls flat. Yeah, that's
I don't know what he had to throw to. the jump from college to pros.
It's a lot.
Not every
and again,
guy
we
can
talk about.
make
I don't
that.
think that coaching staff is worth anything.
So
Offensive line.
could you give him the offensive line was hot garbage? Could he get a pass? Could he get a roll of the dice? Are you willing to? I think a guy like that isn't a retread.
No, he's still young enough that I
Then
think.
you take the best player on the team and give him to your rival. I mean, what's that? A kick in the nuts right there, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Maybe.
go. I'll go second for them. Man, Jacksonville and Tennessee. That's a rough one there.
I got Jacksonville too.
You got
Tennessee-
Jacksonville too?
Yeah.
No way. No way.
They might make the playoffs.
That might be a bet me and you have to on the side because that ain't happening.
Unbiased and unrelated, I have purchased 27 autographed Tank Bigsby rookie cards in the last 2 months. 27. Number to 10, number to 50, number to 100, number to 200. There's so much product, and they're all numbered to a certain thing. Point being, if you buy it right, if Trevor
Decides to finally.
if ETN doesn't pan out, and because Tank took over the job last year,
Yeah.
and he looked good, so
They've got talent, but they
They-
just
they-
can't
they-
execute.
they cut bait with people, especially at the running back position. They got the kid from Vatek, Tootin. They picked. He's a rookie from this last year's draft. He might mess around, and he's Jaden Wright. He's fast.
Okay.
And he can carry the ball. He might outright, if you're looking to buy a rookie for 10 cents on a dollar, that 10 cents is going to be $1. Tootin is on my radar, but I think Tank could have that job outright. They still have some offense.
Yeah, see, I got him third.
Okay.
And
That's
Tennessee, I
probably
just
right,
don't.
but-
Tennessee's a dumpster fire, even with Cam. I think.
I got to make some choices that say I told you so down
That's
the road.
true.
I can't break some. What else did you
Wait,
have?
well,
What about you,
Yeah,
Mark?
Mark. What about?
Well, I mean, like I say, it's Houston, and I agree. I think Jacksonville. It's if Trevor doesn't do it now, I mean, where is he? Is he done? I mean, off the team.
Yeah, they move
They
away
will.
from
got-
him.
'cause,
They'll move on
it's
after
what
this
now,
year.
5 years for him now too. That's that window. But
He was the golden arm. Oh God, he was.
I thought he was overrated
I-
at Clemson too.
I liked him in Clemson.
I think
liked
Cam
him coming out
Ward
of
though,
Clemson.
man, I think again, like I said, the first week him going to Denver is just you throw that book away.
We preview our fantasy preview for next week. Calvin Ridley, as we talk
telling
about
you.
teams
Yeah,
here and there, we talked about Kyle Pitts, we talked about Tank Bigsby, we talked about Berkey Pearsall. He's about that life. If you can find Calvin Ridley, you're going to get great value because Cam does look like he's going to be comfortable enough to
I think
not
he'll
be
be
messy.
good. Tennessee is not a good organization.
Calvin
right
runs
now.
routes right, and he's a consummate professional. He's amazing. He made a poor choice playing at Atlanta and almost cost him his career. Calvin Ridley was a stud before he made that fantasy football bet. Made a fantasy football team and lost his job. You got to go, man. Coach, the league says you can't do that.
Yeah, that was not smart.
But now he's got Cam's there, and they have a good running team. They got Pollard. They got Spears.
I don't believe
They
it's
got
the
Chig,
franchise that I
their
don't
tight
believe
end.
in.
I
They
just think
blew all
Indy-
that up
and
early.
Indy, I think they're just they don't even know who they want to be their quarterback. They don't.
That's
so
to say that whole
undecided.
division's going to be interesting behind
It is.
Houston. Houston seems like they get it just because they're the most stable.
But at the same time, I could see Indy winning the division.
I could see it.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
If Danny Dimes goes out there and gets hot,
If all of a sudden he's
Anyone gets
doesn't
on a
do
roll.
everything
Anyone
he
gets on a
did in New
roll.
England, if he was a different person, and okay, we want you to be exactly yourself, but be a completely different person.
all those things you did wrong, don't do those.
Right. If that guy can be the Danny Dimes of year one, Indy, I could see them. Yeah, there's a multiverse where they win that division. What else you got? AFC
Then
East.
we got the North and the East left. We'll start with the North. I know we
Okay.
got a Steelers guy over there. I'm going to go Ravens because I don't see them not winning the division, and
Agreed.
I'm not a Ravens fan,
And
that hurts
yeah.
me to even have to say
Cool.
that. But I'm gonna go Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
Our other co-host could not speak fluently because of the size and amount of Lamar that he had in his mouth all
Yeah.
the time.
Yep, I was going back listening to old stuff, and that's all it was. Now you know I'm a Steelers fan, but Lamar, yeah. And to be fair, we were pretty critical on Lamar because that first year he wasn't.
And then the second year, and then the third year, the guy can run around.
He's gotten better at throwing. You got to admit
he has. Last year he showed me some
because me and you were definitely on the same page there.
He misses barn doors.
He still makes the throws that make you go, "What are you doing?"
In
Where
the
were you
times where you
throwing
need
that?
to make them. Wide open guys, and he just airmails them. And but he worked on his efficiency, and he does look a little bit better. Zay Flowers helps. No one believed in that pick coming out of Boston College. Who's Zay Flowers? Lamar's not a good passer to begin with, and Zay Flowers has some value. Stay off my picks. That's a dude that that can get some love from me. But I wasn't a fan of Lamar, and I'm still not. But you do have to respect
He's
the talent.
the kind of guy that you're right. He makes boneheaded decisions, but then he'll turn around and make a play where he spins around 11 times, escapes a sack, hops over a guy. You know what I mean? And
Everything breaks down behind. See, I hate on him for that reason.
I hate that.
The play breaks down. You have 5 seconds, and then everything's broken on the defensive side. You'll find something because people have been able to move around. You got 6 skilled position players that are running open and free, and if you have Lamar running around for 5 seconds, he's going to see that.
He's doing the worm,
and then he looks like he's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, look what I did! No, man. I mean, you did it because you moved around. And then it was finally
you got to give him
available.
credit there because some quarterbacks can't do that. They can't move around.
Yeah, well,
like
that's
that.
his dynamic.
It is.
You move around
I'm not
enough.
trying to be
Yeah.
a Lamar
I guess that's
defender.
not a quarterback to me. I guess I have to get off my lawn. I'm Clint
Okay.
when it comes to that.
I agree. That kind
I
of stuff
hate
drives
on
me
that.
up a wall. Yeah, like
But now that's what it is. Drake May, Bo Nix, Danny Dimes. They run.
which is why teams are loading up on defensive lines now because that's you going to kill the quarterback before he has a chance to.
We're going to talk about Drake. Stay off my picks. Drake might blow up this year.
Okay.
But yeah. So Lamar.
Right. So
you
give
can-
me
you can
your
keep
4.
him, but I love him. I like Baltimore 1. Number 2, the defenseless Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm right there with you. That's
38-35 every
the
week.
Cincinnati method. They're
Yep.
going to put up 40, but they're going to allow 35.
Joey for president. The guy can throw football.
Yeah, he can. Very. I worry his career is going to be very Dan Marino-ish. I don't know if he ever
Yeah.
wins the Super Bowl.
Phillip Rivers, Dan
But
Marino.
Man, he throws the ball like a son of a bitch.
Yep. This is all making Mark twitch because this is his division. He is a Steelers fan, and anytime I say Ravens out loud
I
in the
can't
English
argue
language,
anything that has been being said.
Like the Steelers, I have third, but it's one of those if Rodgers manages to pull
and
himself
that's-
together
that is the
and turns it on,
yeah,
dark
then the
horse
Steelers
there.
win the division.
Yep.
If he somehow is
I don't think that's impossible, though. I
It
don't think
isn't.
that's somehow.
Himself.
It's
not what himself with the Jets, even though last year he made some of those
wasn't that
guys look great.
he's wanted to play with Tomlin for years, though. That's on record. He loves Mike Tomlin.
I'm glad somebody does.
a little tidbit
I'm glad
that I'm
somebody
sharing with
likes
you.
him.
You didn't have to troll him very hard. He despises Tomlin. He
I
thinks
can hear
Tomlin
that.
is a, and I'm a huge Tomlin fan.
I
He
hate
is a
that.
beneficial
People that are fans
of
of teams
talent.
that don't realize
He's a beneficial of talent.
You could say that 10 years ago, maybe.
His play
That's what I said.
calling in the crucial games are absolutely horrific.
He's
Horrific.
never had a losing season.
I agree, and that's
all because of the talent that
amazing.
they drafted for him.
Who's been there doing that for?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
like,
you
the
for having.
Roonies. The Roonies.
Jesus Lord.
I would kill to have a coach that I could say like back in the Shula days,
I
like,
mean-
oh, we haven't had a losing season in
Yeah,
in
we've had
15
three.
years.
We've had three
But that
coaches.
frustrates you're the fan base though, right, Mark? I mean, you are Pittsburgh. You bleed it. You're wearing a Skeens jersey. Tell me how frustrating that is to be 8-8 every year and just not be any good.
and that's to me the coach.
Yeah, but
that-
you say that. Man, careful what you wish for.
Oh no, I agree 100%. No,
Yeah, 'cause
no,
then
I
you're
do
four-
understand.
You're
Because
4
once
and
you pop
13.
that,
Well,
that-
here's the next thing is again,
Mediocrity
we
balloon.
don't have a lot of talent on our team anymore. Okay.
See, I think it's the opposite. I think the Steelers have done things that they shouldn't do with having no talent. The last few years, they had Band-Aids at quarterback
Smoke
and
and
still
mirrors.
won 9-10 games
Smoke
this
and
season.
mirrors.
Yeah.
But with all this being, I still think the Ravens. I think they got better. Even they got
Harbaugh, I hate Harbaugh,
Hopkins,
but
didn't they get Hopkins?
Oh man, that guy's he's pretty old. I think
But
he's
but
washed.
still, but it makes them better. I don't care if it's
It
a
gives
third.
them
I
something
don't care if it's a
Harbaugh's a
third.
great coach, and I hate Harbaugh, but goddamn, he's a good coach.
The Bengals.
They run the ball more than anybody in the league. They're going to continue to run the ball more than anybody in the league.
All I
Here's-
know is last year when Burrows, he was asked, and he goes, "We got the greatest offense in the NFL." If I was on that defense and I walked in the locker room, I would have grabbed him by the throat and tell him to shut the, you know what? Because what's that do to you're saying you got the best offense? What are you trying to say to the defense? What are you actually saying? You got to watch the words that come out of your mouth.
Light a
Cigars
fire
and
under
wears
their
a
ass,
fur coat.
maybe.
Joe Burrow is Joe Namath. I love that dude.
Yeah, he thinks.
I mean, it just
he does love himself.
shut up. You know, don't throw. He
Well, stop being bad.
Well, you know,
You could do that. I'm going to go out there and be an MVP candidate every week. Look amazing. Wear a fur coat. Burn a Cuban heater. And why don't you spell defense and then go play defense?
Yeah, you talk about coaches. Cincinnati, Zach Taylor wins because of Joe Burrow. He
Sure.
talk about a garbage coach.
well, I don't know
That
if they
year they
did
won the
Okay,
Super
I'm
Did
with
Bowl.
they
that.
win because
I'm
of
with
him,
that.
or did they win because of?
No, that's why.
No. The year they won the Super Bowl, they got to go through Tennessee, who Zach Taylor was Tannehill's quarterback coach for
won the
4
Super
years
Bowl?
and knew all of his stuff.
What year? What year did they win the Super Bowl?
I said went to the Super Bowl.
oh,
not
went.
won
Okay,
it.
I thought I heard one.
No, God, no.
But I still say that they're probably second, and Steelers are
That's
probably third.
fair to be said to a lot of teams. If you don't have Patrick Mahomes, then what is the team? If you don't have Jaden Daniels, then what?
Yeah.
If you don't, but Joe Burrow is that team. You take
Oh, he's
Joe
a,
off the
he's
team,
a he's a top 5
and
quarterback.
they're
Oh,
4
yeah,
and 13.
yeah, sure.
They
Yeah.
But
don't-
he's also throwing to Jamar Chase,
well, and T. Higgins and my boy Mike Gesicki. Holla.
which I will say, you know,
Undervalued, underappreciated.
receivers can make QBs just like QBs can make receivers.
It doesn't hurt to have Chase.
You know,
He doesn't drop anything either.
let's go back in the day
Well,
with Dan Marino.
God, the other bet that you made.
Come on, the receiving core Marino had everybody.
Duper,
Clayton.
Clayton.
Yeah, but he
Oh,
made
they were all like they were great when they
But he
left
made
Miami.
receivers.
They were garbage.
Yeah.
When they left, every receiver left Miami was garbage.
Anyone who played for Miami was great. OJ McDuffie,
OJ.
Lamar Thomas.
they all were
I
good
mean-
because of Dan Marino.
Right.
So, you know, some of these other QBs, you know, how would they fare? How would say Joe Burrow's fare? Throw him on Cleveland. Throw him in Cleveland. Throw him in Cleveland.
That's the topic of conversation. You're about to find out if Justin Jefferson makes a quarterback look
Correct.
good. When JJ goes out there and Justin's like, man, I got to keep readjusting. I got to keep doing this.
I agree.
This rook is going to come out
That's why
here.
they're trying to bring Thielen back and bring him talent because
But to end my division is the Cleveland Browns, and they're brown for a reason.
Wow.
Because
Tell me how
they're
you really
shit.
feel.
Don't make me drop the mic.
So you love Cleveland.
All right, last division. This is going to physically hurt me.
I want you to say it out loud too first.
But I mean, you talked about Lamar making those plays that make you want to punch the wall. There's a quarterback in Buffalo who does the same exact thing. Are you filming me? We're already filming.
I just want to feel good later in my quiet time alone when I hear you say Buffalo and Josh Allen, and then I become aroused. It's gonna feel good.
I hate it, but I think it goes Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. I think that's the order of the division.
Okay.
I think I will die on the hill that Josh Allen is a product of his offensive line and coaching, and I do not think he's as good as everyone says he is. I don't. I think he's a
okay.
slightly more polished Lamar.
Oh my God. Okay.
I have a little story for you.
Okay.
Hey, what does he do in every big game?
No.
What does he do in every big game?
He could make better choices.
I'm just saying.
He runs like Derrick Henry. He throws like Dan Marino.
Oh, now you're being a dick. Now you're speaking blasphemy over there, and I won't accept it.
The guy can throw a country mile. He runs a country mile in.
And then when the game is on the line in
Kenyan
the fourth
speed.
quarter,
Do you want to blame the offensive line for that too? Is that it as well?
no, I'm blaming him.
Yeah, you like to blame him.
We could put Mitchell Trubisky in there.
That's
He's
real
better
nice.
than Trubisky, but I'm just saying he does a lot of the same things Lamar does. He makes ridiculous plays when everything breaks down, and he runs around in a circle for 10 minutes.
Yep. And then puts the ball in the basket of a guy instead of.
Defenses broke down. That's a lot easier to do. You already said that about Lamar. There's no difference.
There's certainly a difference. There's a glaring difference.
The play style, I mean. Being able to complete a play when it's broken is a lot different than...
He does run around, but that's not his go-to. That's not his immediate knee-jerk. He can sit back in the pocket and then throw the ball down the field. Lamar's
he's a better
Lamar's making
thrower.
these cross routes because people are going from.
I won't argue. He's definitely a better thrower, but to say that he doesn't run around like a psycho a good chunk of the game.
A little bit. I'll make a concession that he does run around a little bit, but his balls are down the field, not across the field.
I agree.
Wow.
Josh is the man. Josh for president.
Gross.
And that defense is whatever. So you have Buffalo.
Yeah, I do think, I think it'll be tight. I think we're going to have a season like in 23. It might come down to the end. I think a lot of people are sleeping on
So
Miami.
who do you have second then?
Miami. I think New England plays way better than people think.
Good. You're
Third,
back.
and the Jets
You're
are fourth.
back, baby. I questioned it. I sat with reservations in my basement where there's no lights and wondered of the authenticity of you being back as you reverse trolling my troll. And in fact, it has been validated.
No.
You are back.
Once Tannehill was done in Tennessee, I came home.
Mark, he walked off the court and was like, I'm done. And he was devout. Like, he's a Dolphins fan. He's like, no, I'm good. And then he was a
I didn't watch
Tennessee
the game
fan.
again. I was pissed.
So I would try to reel him in. I kept trying to find that fish off the bank. I was trolling and looking, and the fish wouldn't come up. Every once in a while, I would see the fish. The fish would come up and see me, but you wouldn't take the bait.
That fish
I was
is
like,
wearing a Tannehill jersey.
Miami's looking really good this week. And he's like, and he would just continue on. He wouldn't even say anything.
Right.
And now,
Well, no, because Tannehill was gone, and then I watched the Dolphins choke to the Chiefs in the playoffs in 23, and then last year I got my traditional Dolphins season where everything goes wrong. So yeah, I mean, I might as well be back.
Wearing the jersey.
So what do you got? You got Bills number one.
Mark, who do you got as number one?
This is one of those Division 2. I think anybody could do something there. I'm going New England. New England first.
all right.
Miami, Buffalo.
Yeah. Oh, you giving me shit?
There you go. I'm giving that one for you.
Let's go. Well, if I get to claim that Jacksonville might win the division, you guys get to claim what you'd like to.
New England.
I think New England's gonna.
New England
I think
fights
New
They're
them.
England's
going to
gonna be
be
better.
improved because
I
who
think
they've
Buffalo's
got.
going backwards. I think they're going the wrong way. Again,
That'll
there's
make-
ano-
that'll
that's
be my
another
Christmas,
team,
Mark.
Other than Allen, what do they have in a way?
Oh,
Just a revolving
That's
door.
it. But
you
that's
know?
that's what it is. I mean,
So-
you have a player on your team that makes a difference, and it's usually at the
All
quarterback
fairness,
position.
I've had a drink today already, so
All fairness, as opposed to any other. day?
okay, just making sure.
All right. The day ends in Y, right?
So what, Murdoch?
I got Buffalo at 1. And I got Buffalo at 1 after they beat New England at the end of the year to settle
Wow.
the division. I think Drake May is gonna bring it. They drafted the kid from
I don't think May's the guy.
oh god Mitchell. No, Arizona. I can't remember where he went to school. Yeah, no, I got dementia, but
Whoa.
they've got some they got some talent, and Drake can run. I think he's a poor man's Josh Allen. Close to be Josh Allen. He's going to be if Josh
The two
Allen
poor
was
mans.
if Josh Allen was in Mission Impossible movie and he needed a stunt double, it'd be Drake. Drake's going to be Josh 2.0. Be ready for Drake to be Josh 2.0. Bo to be Josh 3.0.
Remind me at the end of the season.
Yeah. This is where you get to earn it. So I got New England at 2, Miami at 3. 2 is going to get hurt, and then you've got
That's the
either
only thing.
Ewers,
If Tua's
Zach
healthy,
Wilson.
if he's healthy,
If Tua stays healthy the whole season, then they win 12
If I
games.
lost 50 pounds, I'd fit into a medium.
Hey, he stayed healthy before.
You know, it's cool.
It's happened.
that's the only reason why I put him. I think, again, Tyreek
gets
Hill's
hurt.
better than any receiver in Buffalo.
Yeah, and he's on my bust list because
Hill
Tua's-
is?
Hill is.
Oh, I think Waddle has a ridiculous season. I
You
think,
like Jalen to
I
have a good
think-
year?
I think
okay, I could
Tyreek Hill
back
might
that.
go and have another kid, and then he'll be all right.
Another, not to be confused with the other 9.
Right.
Okay.
and Miami did load up defensive line. They might have the best defensive line in football.
I work with a guy who is an avid fan, as you two are, of Miami. I mean, that's his team, and he's my age. He very knowledgeable. Boy, he knows about the defensive line and the middle linebackers, and very optimistic, but also tempered. And he said, man, that front end. He said, we're gonna be rushing the quarterback. He said, we're gonna be there fast. And I said, you're gonna need to be,
Yeah.
because you've got vendors wearing Miami Dolphins
Storm Duck's
jerseys
okay, but outside of that,
in the
it's not good.
secondary.
It's
Well,
not
we just
good.
picked up this guy from this team and this guy from that
When
team.
New
and
England
this guy
got
from
rid
that
of
team.
Jabro, but Peppers, or
Peppers, I like
So-
Jabro. That's another guy off the.
whatever. I'm hoping
Michigan
Miami
team.
signs him.
But the back end sucks. I mean, it leaves some
Minka's
room
not
for
bad.
improvement. But he's 50 years old
He's
and he's
29.
a safety.
He ain't even 30 yet. Take
He's
a
a
breath.
safety. You know how much I love Minka. Minka was my favorite defensive player out of the entire country since Dominic and Sue. Sue was my favorite college player to watch on the defensive side. He owned and completely
Yeah.
changed the game. And
I still would rather have Minka than Ramsey right now.
Minka Ramsey was fun to watch too. But Minka was even more instinctive, and he played a bigger part of the field. He was just always there before the ball was there.
You know what makes your back end look good, though? A good defensive line. If a quarterback doesn't have time to throw, then all of a sudden...
Yeah, that's going to help your maturity of.
I was going to say a T-back.
So what do you know about T-backs?
I don't know, makes back end look better.
Do you?
He's
do you-
settling into the MFB position nicely.
the T-bag. So how many T-bags do you go through on a team that you watch?
None.
All right, so quickly,
Okay.
what are your 7 playoff teams for each conference, and who goes to the Super Bowl, and who wins it? Murdoch, we'll start with you.
Kansas City, Denver, Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston,
Mm-hmm.
New England.
That's 6.
That's 6.
One more.
Oh, well, pardon me. I thought that the West would get 3 teams in, like the Chargers can make that as well, but I
I don't know, man.
don't know, man, either.
Bengals then?
Yeah, they are.
You gonna go Bengals?
Cincinnati's my 7th team.
All right, what about the NFC?
Philadelphia and Washington,
Okay.
San Francisco, Detroit, Green Bay, Tampa,
One more.
and I am going to take the Rams as well.
Okay. Mark, what about you?
Well, we'll go with an AFC. We'll go with the Ravens, Kansas City, Bengals.
When you talk about the AFC North, do you get erectile dysfunction for a week?
You might have one for a week if you keep it going.
Sure, Steelers.
You are within arm's reach, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry to have interrupted you with the Cialis commercial spot. What's the rest of your teams?
Pittsburgh will make it because they're going to be another winning season, right?
He is an MFB.
I have to say it because
Believe it.
that's what you're waiting for. Trolling me to do it.
No. You troll yourself.
So there's
that's fine.
There's 4.
Patriots,
This spot brought to you by Cialis.
Bengals, and Broncos.
Okay. I'm going to go Bills, Ravens, Texans, Chiefs, Broncos, Bengals Dolphins.
That's why we're almost friends, because your allegiance does not die, and even though that you broke up with her, you came back, and that you are a dedicated Dolphins fan, and they have a chance to. I want to be around. I'm glad that we know each other. This is going to be a good year.
NFC, I'll go Commanders, Eagles, Lions, Packers, Bucks, Niners, Rams.
All right. Who do you have playing in the Super Bowl? AFC and the NFC. And then I want an alternate universe. We'll come back to that. Who do you think?
Probably.
Where's your money?
Man, if I had to bet money,
Yeah.
it'd probably be like Eagles, Ravens,
Okay.
with the Eagles repeating.
I don't see there a clear dominant team. You know, like the Kentucky Wildcats,
Right.
and then
Yeah,
the rest
no.
of them. It's not one team
No, because a
and then
couple
the
things go
field.
slightly one way or the other. I could see the Lions getting in there.
There's
the
been a
Packers.
wild card team in like the AFC and NFC championship game, and then in the Super Bowl, the wild card teams always do really, really well. Eli Manning and the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
If you had bet $100, it was a $10,000 winner. If you had just bet in the money, if you had taken the money line for those 4 games, because you just got to take those wild cards. So you have Baltimore
I'd
and
say
Philly.
Baltimore, Philly, probably.
What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, well, you guys didn't give me your NFC.
My NFC.
Oh, I didn't give you the NFC.
I think you did do NFC. I thought you did.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I steamrolled
fine.
you.
But
Silas
did.
I will
commercials.
go Philly and Detroit,
Gluten.
Green Bay, Washington, Tampa, San Francisco, and I guess, the Rams. And then I will say your Super Bowl is going to be Tampa and Kansas City, with Tampa winning again.
This has nothing to do with the fact that we know each other or that we've morphed and twinsed into something. I've made a short-term investment already this year on a proposition.
Uh-oh. Is
And
this
it
your
is-
fantasy pick?
I'm sorry?
Is this your realistic pick or your fantasy?
I bet my money that
Okay,
I
so
earned,
real.
for realsies money,
Okay.
on the Super Bowl winner at 30-1. And that is the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Wow. Versus who? What do you think?
I don't know that they're well, if my money says that they're going to win the Super Bowl, then I think that
Against Kansas City?
I think they play in the NFC Championship game, and I think that they represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. I think
Versus who, though?
the Micah thing is a big deal. I could see a scenario where it's Green Bay and Tampa in the NFC Championship game. Detroit, it's Tampa. I think Green Bay,
But versus who, though?
but versus who?
AFC.
I think Buffalo gets it done this year. If not now, when? They've been at the altar.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
been at the altar. Josh has got Shakur. He's got Josh Palmer. He's got Keon Coleman. He's got Dalton Kincaid. The defense is legit. James Cook and Ray Davis. The team's polished. And
All right. What about your if you had your druthers, you had your way, what would you?
if I had the multiverse being a different
Because I'd go Dolphins Lions. I'd love to see that. I think that'd be a
I'd
fun
like
one.
to see
Washington
play. I feel bad. You get
Washington Dolphins would be
that'd be rad.
that'd be
Again,
a good one. Third one.
Yeah. Let it be settled again.
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1. Yeah.
We need
there
that.
can only be one. The Highlander Super Bowl.
What about you, Mark? If you had your way, you probably
Tampa and Pittsburgh all the way.
Okay.
I could care less who would win.
Damn. Okay.
Pittsburgh.
I'd just sit back and get drunk and watch it. Again, what's that different any other day?
The best show we will ever have will be the day after Pittsburgh inevitably trades away Paul Skeens. Well, that says it all. I don't need anything.
They should trade him this year for
No. The pain of having the greatest pitcher.
Have you seen the two pitchers that they brought up?
Yeah, Bubba can throw, and the other kid looks like Barry Zito throwing those
That's what I'm
curveballs.
saying. Hey, Paul won again yesterday
Against Boston. Way to go. Way to go.
You guys got enough time to do the fantasy stuff? Take a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah. It's
2-minute break, and then
keep rolling.
all right, we'll take our final break. Come back for hour 3. All right, we'll be right back.
That sounds good.
We talked about this last week because we're brilliant. Those guys both went to the Murdoch Short-Term Investment Fund. Really enjoy that. Fed into the translator. Transcript. Man, I better get them guys to this show so I can talk about me a little bit. Me. Is that choir practice? Nope. Dude, I'm going to go not wear clothes and be a rock star for the rest of my life until I die. Hashtag humble. I don't want to say I'm too good for that stuff. I'm hardcore. And I'm really modest.
And humble.
Hashtag humble.
Someone should probably explain to Murdoch what humble means.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
More ADHD Sports next on the BS Radio Network.
Inconceivable.